Hello and welcome back to Shulchan HaRav. We continue Be'ezus Hashem with a new Siman in Hilchos Kriyashma, Siman Samech, Din Brochos of Sh'mah, the halachas regarding the rest of the Brochos of Kriyashma, the Imshichem Kavana, and whether or not Shema needs Kavana. Do you have to have in mind that you're doing this mitzvah when you read these words? Boy, hey, Sifim, there are 5 Sifim, Sif Av. Bracha Shnia, the second bracha that accompanies the Shema, Nachluku Chachamim, there's Machlekes Chachamim, the Pesichasa, how does it start? Yesharim, some say Ahava Rabba, great love. Yesharim, some say Ahavas Eilam Haftanu, Hashem loves us with everlasting love. The Ga'anim have been mafriya, they have decided to split it, that in the morning you say Ahava Rabba, and in the evening you say Ahavas Eilam, and that is the custom, says the Baal Tanya in the Shulchan. He says that is the custom in his country. In Ashkenazic areas, that's what they do. There are various minhagim, and there are plenty of people who say Ahavas Eilam in both. Ava Rabba in both morning and evening. Maybe it's different on Shabbos. There are various minhagim. The nusach of the Siddur for Chabad is Avas Eilam in the morning and the evening, and on Shabbos and on Yantiv. And the Arizal talks about this. So there are various minhagim. Ask your Rav. But lama ein bracha zu peseches bebaruch. Why is it even a machlekes where what the words are starting? Why does this start with baruch like other brachas? No, since we just said a bracha at the end of Yotzer Or Baruch Atah Hashem, that baruch is enough, meaning it covers the requirement of starting a bracha with the word baruch. That bracha is really connected to this bracha, so this bracha does not require its own baruch. Sif Beis. The brachas do not prevent the fulfillment of reading the Shema. If you read the Shema without the brachas, you're yotze to the mitzvah of Shema. They're really two separate things. If you read the Shema without its brachas, you have fulfilled your obligation of Shema. You can then go back and say the brachas separately without saying the Shema again. The brachas that we're saying here, we call them the brachas of Shema. They're not really like other brachas for other mitzvahs. With those other brachas, you have to say them as you do the mitzvah. Here, you don't say that Hashem has sanctified us with his mitzvahs and commanded us to read the Shema. We don't have a bracha for the mitzvah of saying Shema. These are brachas that are put together in the davening with the Shema, but they're not really the brachas of the Shema. We spoke about this earlier in Siman Test. Nevertheless, that you could say them separately, and you could say the brachas by themselves. You could say Shema themselves if you didn't say them together. If you're saying Shema by itself, not with the brachas, and then you're going to go through the brachas later, you should say the Shema again with the brachas. If you didn't go back and say the Shema, if you only said the brachas by themselves without the Shema, or if you only said the Shema without the brachas, you are absolutely yotze the mitzvah. You fulfilled the mitzvah. Whether this is an individual did it by himself, or whether it was a tzibur that did it as part of the minyan for whatever the reason was that they skipped the brachas and they're just saying the Shema, or vice versa, you have absolutely fulfilled the mitzvah of just saying the Shema by itself without the brachas, and so too if you said the brachas without the Shema, you're yotze that obligation. Have a terrific day and a great Shabbos. And remember, if you are watching this or listening to this on YouTube, please subscribe and like. Thanks.